Welcome to WrestleCram. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble. I do mean humble. D Nostradamus, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, you guys, on a Wednesday to give you the hungry, happy, healthy members here of WrestleCram AEW Dynamite. First and foremost, thank you so much for being a part of the show. If you're watching it today, if you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week, I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. And I truly mean humble. Each and every time I say this, I truly do. I truly do. Thank you so much. If you don't do anything for me, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the sub button if you haven't, and go ahead and hit the notification bell. I do seven core shows each and every week, you guys. I do this strictly for you guys. I really do, truly do this or whatnot. Next week, of course, Saturday, we will have Full Gear. We'll have Full Gear next week. So you will get a prediction show on Thursday, and you will get the show itself, the review, right after the show. Okay, you guys? So make sure that you are locking it in on the 18th. I will be doing the review and also be doing the prediction show. Tomorrow, you will get, of course, the My 2 Cent, where I talk about AEW and how I think that this investigation will hurt or destroy AEW. How about that? So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the show. I thought it was a very interesting show. I thought it was a very good show. The ending was really good. I enjoyed it times 12. I really enjoyed it. Like, I really did. Thought it was really fun. So let's get into it. First and foremost, of course, we're on the road to AEW Full Gear. We're on the road there. So we're getting a lot of matches that are going to cater toward the ending of what's going to happen. Now, I thought that we were probably going to get a tag match. At Full Gear between the Gun Club and, of course, FTR. But it looks like that's not going to happen. Hopefully it does. Because I don't want to see the Gates of Agony versus FTR again. That was truly a snorefest. So they started the show off, of course, with the 8-man tag, which was with the Gun Club and Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaimed and FTR. Now, this match had a lot of just craziness going on. Not a lot of one-on-ones. When I say lots of spills, lots of suicide dives, everybody in the ring attacking one another. It wasn't my cup of tea. And if you don't know, I've been doing this now over 200 videos. And I can tell you that I am not a fan of multi-man tag matches. Even if it is like we can go to WWE where they have the Survivor Series matches. Not a fan of those matches. Hopefully they will make it better on... We have Survivor Series War Games. Hopefully that will be better. But this match, it was okay for what it was. Because they're trying to, of course, make sure that we still are getting the conflict between... to me, the storyline is not the Acclaimed. It is truly the beef or the explosion, what's going to happen between Swerve in Our Glory and Keith Lee. The story is so good to me because it seems like Keith Lee is going to the dark side, but, he doesn't want to do that, but Swerve is his friend. He's trying to mentor him and keep him toward the light. It's like a Star Wars show. I mean, that's what it seems like. And, it just seems like as dark as Swerve gets, Keith is still there. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting how this will play out at Full Gear. Either Swerve finally gets the notion of, hey, I don't want to be with you. They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose due to probably Keith Lee finally saying enough is enough, or Keith actually going to the dark side and getting these belts by any means necessary. I think this is very interesting. I enjoy it. But the faces did win today. We got the arrival, and then we get the mic drop, followed by the big rig by FTR. And of course, they win the match. Once again, lots of craziness. We got a super back suplex on the outside. They caught everybody. I think that was Dax and one of Billy's boys. Crazy upon crazy. Swerving Our Glory got on the top rope, did a nice little tornado dive off the top rope onto everybody. Everybody got their spots in. That's all I can say about that. Everybody got their spots in. And it's just weird because out of the 4 people that faced the heels, Keith Lee is still not a heel. So, I thought that was the story. I love the story. I love the story. We're 6 minutes in, and I'm just talking about the conflict between Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. I'm happy that Swerve is there. Swerve Keith Lee, yes, he is a future champion, but Swerve is truly a future champion in AEW. After that, we get the Maxwell Jacob Freeman promo. He was on the number one wrestling podcast, which I'm gonna have to subscribe to now. I've never heard of this podcast. No disrespect to them at all, but I've never heard of them. They're called, what are they called? They're called Pardon My Take. Never heard of them before. Now, once again, I've never heard of them. That doesn't mean that they are the number one podcast. They are not the number one podcast. Respect them times 12 if they are. Much love to them. And if y'all have not heard of them, please go subscribe, just like I will go subscribe to them as well. But they did have MJF there, and he talked about his the stuff before, of course, Full Gear. He was not live at the show, but they did record, and this is what he said. Doctors suggest and ordered him not, in order for him to be 100%, he's going to have to actually stay away from AEW or stop traveling, because of course we know for a fact that the firm is going to go and attack him time after time again. Apparently wrestling fans don't know that this may be the most important match in wrestling history. And not in wrestling, not AEW, but in wrestling history. This may be the next crowning of the new generational champion. And he also talks about, it's a gnat somewhere around, I hate gnats. He also gives shout outs to, of course, Bruno Sammartinez, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and I think he said John Cena. I think I'm giving out names, but he was giving out generational, of course, people. And the only way to enhance etch your name in the history books is to have a faithful long title run. And Jon Moxley, he's saying Jon Moxley is truly in his way. He calls Jon Moxley a piece of shit, a scum of Cincinnati, and he also respects Jon Moxley. He said that Jon Moxley was not supposed to be a champion, but but by blood, sweat, and tears, he rose to the occasion. He has been champion in multiple huge federations, including AEW, and that's why he does have the respect for him. He's saying that he wasn't born to be a champion. And what he's saying is that he was born, MJF was born and bred to be a professional wrestler. On top of that, a world champion. He is sick and tired of waiting. He is sick and tired of the spotlight being taken from him numerous times. Of course, with the Wardlow incident, of course, with the media scrum, he's upset. He's tired of everybody taking it from him. Now it's time for him to take everything that he deserves. He also says that he is not going to use, repeat, he is not going to use the Dynamite ring. He doesn't need the Dynamite ring, and the devil always gets his due. Once again, I mean, he is consistently making great promos after great promos after great promos. This guy is a promo machine, for crying out loud. And I love it times 12. I can't wait to see him crowned as the new AEW champion. Give Jon Moxley some type of break. He did say when he got the belt back, he was supposed to be on vacation. But this crap, what the media scrum happened, and now I'm pulled back in. This was about 2 months ago. So hopefully we give Jon Moxley some type of break. I know he's been working uncontrollably. Give him some time. After that, we get a Stokely Hathaway promo, and he talks about when him and MJF both came onto the scene. All they wanted, all the goal was just to have nice clothes, money, nice cars. That was the goal, to get paid. He's also been by, he also wanted to be by MJF's side when he got his first championship, well, world championship, but apparently he likes to ride Jon Moxley's dick. He's a dick rider or whatnot. And the worst thing you can do is ride dick without a license. That's what he said. Ride dick without a license. I thought that was hilarious. So he says, if he wins, lose, or draw, he will see MJF in hell. Just crazy. Stokely Hathaway is, of course, a promo machine as well. He is really, really good when it comes to on the mic as well. After that, we get the very first match in the tournament for the Eliminator tournament. The last two opponents will have a match at Full Gear for the number one contendership after Jon Moxley and MJF gets their match at Winter is Coming. That match right now is All Ego Ethan Page versus Eddie Kingston. I knew Eddie Kingston wasn't going to win this match from jump because Eddie Kingston still has demons he has to take care of. And the way Ethan Page has been his promos and him just doing what he has to do, he's been doing a great job when it comes to wrestling and promos. I truly think, I'm feeling that Ethan Page may just win this entire thing. Either him or Dante Martin. I got either one of those people going against MJF or Jon Moxley. So we get the match. The match is very, very brutal. You have literally two different wrestling styles when it comes to it. Ethan is truly a traditional wrestler, and you have on the other side Kingston, who is really kind of more of a street brawler, more of a striker, heavy striker. We did get a beautiful, close to the end of the match, we get a plum, what is it called, the plum submission hold, and that was the same submission hold that he put on Sammy Guevara, and Ethan Page is literally tapping out, but Stokely gets on the ropes to distract the referee, of course, and Ortiz runs behind him, and Ortiz runs, and Stokely is running outside of the outside to the stage. So it's just now between Ethan Page and Eddie Kingston. We get a beautiful, beautiful Bigfoot by Ethan Page, and we get on the top rope, and we do a Eagle's Edge off the top rope for Ethan Page to win the match, to advance to the semifinals. After that, we get a promo from the Dark Order and Jose, the assistant, and Roosh. Roosh already declared himself the winner of the tournament, and he said that as soon as he wins the tournament, he will win the title. And when he wins the title, the first contender that he faces will be 10. The reason why is because he has a great physique, and that was it. So, so Silver calls Rouge a Rouge bag, and they are scuffling on the outside. I mean, on the after the promo or whatnot. After that, we get Ari Daivari. Ari Daivari promo was if Wardlow gives him the belt, he will have a butler. He will exchange the butler for the title. So Wardlow comes out. Wardlow just squashes this guy. But Ari Daivari did say that, you used to be a servant for MJF. Now you can have your own servant after that. Wardlow does 4 power bombs on Ari Daivari to win the match. After that, he gets on the mic. He tells Powerhouse Hobbs, come on out here. He also tells him that I am pleased by what you're doing. You are a worthy opponent for me. And my goal is to take every belt. My goal is to take every single belt. Samoa Joe is like, what are you talking about? So Samoa Joe hits Wardlow with the Ring of Honor television title and literally chokes him out right then and right there. So apparently we're going to have a triple threat for all those titles at Full Gear. It's going to be Powerhouse Hobbs versus Wardlow and Samoa Joe. That's what it looks like. Apparently Joe is still a face because when he raised his belt up, everybody is still praising him. Wardlow, I think, it kind of did like a heelish. It felt like a heelish type promo, not knowing that his friend has a belt there, and he's saying, "Hey, my goal is to collect every single belt in this federation. That's his goal." And Samoa Joe wasn't feeling it. He wasn't feeling that whole little spat that Wardlow was talking. So after that, we do get a Jade Cargill promo, and Renee Paquette does announce that they will have a match at Full Gear. It's going to be Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose for the TBS title. And Jade is like, yeah, that's cool, but I still want my belt. I will be at Rampage. Nyla Rose will be at Rampage. Nyla Rose has a open challenge for the TBS title, which is still not hers, but she's doing an open challenge for the TBS championship. After that, we get finally the Britt Baker versus Saraya face-to-face. Tony Schiavone is there, and Paige says right now that she is 100% cleared to wrestle. I mean, when I tell you this was the best promo for AEW for a while, I was very shocked. I didn't know Paige could actually go like that when it came to promos. But Brett comes in and says, "This isn't your house. You left your house to come here. This is my house." Also, she told Paige, "Do you still even know how to wrestle? I mean, we know that you're clear, but do you know how to go?" Um, she says, Brett also says, I built this. I built this division into a castle. She's very, very proud of that. She wishes that she wishes she could lay a brick here. You've done nothing. She's done absolutely nothing. Um, and also, that's where Soraya gets on. She says she's been wrestling for 30 years, professionally 17 years. She also says that she was hit by a car, and the same day when she was hit by a car, she went and wrestled. She also gave her neck for the business. She battled her drug addiction, all in front of everybody to see. Um, and she was like, "You don't know what I've been through, how I've been through," and just like with Mandy Rose, you truly have to put some respect on Paige all day. Remember, this motherfucker got she has a movie out or whatnot. Remember that. And it's all about her. So, respect. That's all I can say. So, but she does challenge. She challenges her to a match at Full Gear. So that match I can't wait to see. We have a lot of women matches on the card. It is going to be one heck of a show. So Brett tries to attack her. Paige does a beautiful DDT and she walks off. Man, this match is going to be really, really good. So after that, we get Sanjay Dutt giving money to QT Marshall and of course the factory. He said, "Don't worry about counting it. We know, you know, it's all there." And out comes the best friends, and Danhausen and QT Marshall says, "Well, you like to put that belt up, so how about you give Lee Johnson a match at, of course, Rampage." Of course, he obliges. He said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So Trent Beretta, he calls all of them, Sanjay Dutt, Satnam Singh, and Jay Lethal. He calls them all scumbags, and he challenges Jay Lethal to a match. So that match will start now. Before Trent comes out, Trent is coming out. Jay Lethal comes and hits him in the leg, attacks him before the match even starts. They finally start. And I've never seen Jay Lethal do the lethal interjection like that. Beautiful, beautiful. But we do get a lot of shenanigans. I've never seen Satnam Singh interfere in a match like this. But Trent Beretta does do a drop kick on Satnam Singh. Satnam Singh looked at him like, "What?" So he falls down. I'm guessing that was a botch. It had to be a botch. But Jay Lethal does a beautiful lethal injection to win the match. They get on the mic and they introduce, of course, Jeff Jarrett yet again. Jeff Jarrett is just talking about he wanted us to know why the last outlaw is in AEW, and he says when a friend calls, a friend shows up. First, he talks about Jay Lethal. He says that he was the first one to sign Jay Lethal, and if you don't know that he is a Grand Slam champion in Ring of Honor. And a dual champion. I think he held both the Pure Champion and the World Champion at one time. Also, he talks about Sanjay Dutt. He says his IQ is 185, which is really, really high. And also, he talks about Satnam Singh. He says that Satnam just take a picture. He said, a cameraman, look at the bottom, go all the way to the top. And he talks about, of course, the manager or the person that was winding him up, saying, you gotta go, you gotta hurry up. So Jeff Jarrett gets truly truly mad, and said he almost attacks the guy who told him to wrap it up. So after that, we get Jungle Boy Jack Perry. He says that, of course, Christian Cage and Luchasaurus says that they are completely done with them, but Jungle Boy says, I am not done with you guys. So he will announce what he's going to do, or what he's going to challenge at Rampage for Full Gear. After that, we get a Jon Moxley promo, and he says at the age of 25, he picked fights. He picked a fight with William Regal and got destroyed. He honestly thought that he was the man. He knew everything at 25, but after that brutal beatdown by William Regal, he trained every day. He did what he had to do every single day until the next time he faced William Regal, which he did win. He said, now, who does that remind you of? He reminds you of course, MJF. And he says that he's facing MJF. He faced MJF about a year ago. And with that, he beat the crap out of him, matter of fact. And he said, what's the difference this go around? Well, he's saying that, he's more determined. We will see what happens. He also says that he has a fake ring. Also, he has a suit that his mother bought him from J.C. Penney, and he talks about a big time world wrestler, and he talks about, dude, you're talking to a man who is a multi-millionaire, and he's talking about, of course, the re-signing. And he said, I'm a multi-millionaire myself. I mean, I just don't dress like it, but I'm a multi-millionaire, And he also says, dude, you call yourself the devil. You call yourself the devil. Trust me, I've seen people that have done things, that have went to things, that have done stuff that wasn't supposed to be done. He said, trust me, you are not the devil. And he says he wants him to dig in his guts. He wants to dig because he's telling him, I want a good match. I want a great match. And only him should provide said match. It looks like, I promise you, William Regal is going to turn on the Blackpool Combat Club. That's what it looks like. But it just looks like that. After that, we get another stupid montage with the Elite being faded away. I don't care. After that, we get a video package. This is between the Bryan Danielson and Sammy Guevara. Bryan Danielson is still going through the demons, of course, between Wheeler Yuta and, of course, all of the craziness with Daniel Garcia. He's just talking about that, just going completely crazy. They will have the main event. That will be him and Sammy Guevara. There's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. That will be the main event. After that, we get Jamie Hayter versus Sky Blue. Sky Blue put in a valiant effort. She is still very green, but I commend her on the match that was there. She got a got a code red in, which was very beautiful code red. But Jamie Hayter did put that Riptide Lariat onto her to win the match. After the match is over, she does attack and continue to stomp on said Sky Blue. That's when Tony Storm comes in and Jamie Hayter, of course, leaves. After that, we get they were supposed to do an interview with Ricky Starks, but Lance Archer is beating the crap out of Ricky Starks and slams his head into that little barricade. And that was the end of that. After that, we finally get the Sammy Guevara versus Bryan Danielson, 2 out of 3 falls. It was a beautiful match. Out of all the matches, if you want to go back and see this match, this is the match to go see. Hands down, this is the match to go see. The first fall was for Bryan Danielson because Sammy Guevara literally throws a chair at Bryan Danielson. After that, Sammy Guevara grabs a mic and just continuously pounding at his face, busting him open. Of course, the second fall goes to Sammy Guevara with a beautiful GTS. Now the third fall, everybody gets kind of their win back. We get a almost 2 count. Ty Mello grabs the ref and brings him to the ground. The ref throws Ty Conte out. Now it's only a one-on-one match. We get beautiful psycho knees, beautiful super knees by Sammy Guevara. No Spanish flies this go around, but we do get a crazy label lock for Sammy to grab the ropes. We get Sammy doing a Walls of Jericho leading into the lion tamer, which we don't see a lot of. That is really bad on your neck, the lion tamer. But Bryan Danielson does get out of that. I mean, oh my God, just reversal after reversal until we get one more psycho knee. We get another label lock for Bryan Danielson to win said match. Beautiful, beautiful match. Once again, if you got free time, go and see this match. Thought it was a great match, hands down. We do fade to black. Once again, I thought it was a really decent show. I enjoyed the show. We are on the road, of course, to Full Gear yet again. So the matches are going to be better. The storylines are going to be better. And I truly can't wait to see what they have in store. So once again, I will be doing a prediction show on said Full Gear, which is on the 18th. I will have that the prediction show on Thursday. And remember, don't forget, tomorrow I have my 2 cents. So I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time, boys and girls, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.